Adventurers brought together by a common goal. Freedom is what they all seek to find in the brutal hell known as the Dark Citadel.
The adventurers pick up the caltrops as they make their way to the barricade. Entering into a slanting hallway, Mobrick looks for traps with each step. They approach an intersection, and Mobrick holds his finger to his lips. Broken pottery, rotten clothes, bones of all kinds, and other detritus littering the floor. Talon holds up to fingers, indicating to ways up possibilities.
Look, skin bag.
You filthy grey piece of trash.
The goblin runs off, as everyone tries to attack it to prevent its escape. The goblin's yell fades in the distance.
I guess the time for silence has passed.
It sounds like arrows thunking into targets beyond this wall here.
There does appear to be light shining from cracks in this wall.
Mobrick again looks for traps and finding none, slowly pushes on the door.
Wolf that hurts. Goblins. Training. Area. Shot. In. Chest.
Mobrick spins into the room, firing his crossbow, which flies right through his attacker's stomach, pinning him to the wall. Coming into the room, they stand up to find Elf, human, and dwarf target dummies. Each of the targets is stuffed with animal hide, straw, and ripped paintings. 5 goblins stand staring, with their mouths held open, at Mobrick, Onyx, Talon, Artemix, and Meepo.
Attack!
Attack.
The goblins fire their bolts or arrows at the party, who in turn attack the goblins. Mobrick misses with his sword attack, as an arrow flies just beside his left ear. Talon's bolt slams home in a goblin's eye socket, taking him out of the fight, just as a bolt slams into Talon's upper arm. A beam of light comes out of Onyx, striking a goblin on the right, who fires back, hitting Onyx in the side. Meepo is cowering in fear as the goblins fire their weapons again, hitting Mobrick in the leg. As Talon twists to avoid an arrow, he misses with his attack, and another bolt slams into his back. Onyx fires the Eldritch Blast again, hitting his target squarely in the face. Artemis spins into the doorway, dropping to a knee, and firing through Mobrick's legs with a fire bolt. The flame slams into the remaining goblins, the sound of meat sizzling heard from the impact. Got him.
This looks like a permanent camp of the filthy creatures. It is similar to some of the camps that I have set up for locations of importance.
Minus the goblins, I hope. But if you have more flasks like this at your camp, it could be a good time. I do believe it is dwarven made. Although, I am not sure why the skeleton key is attached to it.
I found some healing potions over here and some gold.
I found a better healing potion and a scroll for Arms of Hadar.
I found a rock. Mobrook hands the flask to Artemis, who opens it. It smells like the most foul thing. I most definitely would not drink it, but it could be used in other ways.
To throw in the face of our enemies.
Mipa says no. Do not waste the treasure. The silver is pretty and nice.
Mipa rushes over, grabbing onto Mobrook's leg, hugging him tightly. Mobrook, with Mipa still hugging his leg, uses the key in the door at the back of the room, checking for traps and finding none. Mobrook gently pushes on the door. The door swings stubbornly open as Mobrook pushes it.
Please don't throw away silver treasure. It's a nice. Mipa take it. If Mobrook do not want. Mipa like it. No want waste it.
I will not throw it away, my little friend. Wait, what is that on my leg?
Mipa got happy mark you as his.
A wet stain is on Mobrook's pants leg. The others laugh at Mobrook and Mipa as they walk into the room. An iron spike is driven deeply into the center of the room's floor. Rusty chains lead from the central spike to the walls. The chains are also connected to iron collars around the necks of the kobolds held prisoner here. A battered, beaten, and bloody gnome is stuffed into a rusty cage. That is obviously too small for him.
Artemis, can we?
I am on it. Artemis kneels between several skeletons as he works on picking this lock. He shakes his head, then casts firebolt on the lock, melting it away.
We could have used your leg, Mobrook, to help loosen the lock. It was a little stiff.
After glaring over to Talon, Mobrook releases the kobold's prisoners, along with the help of Onyx, while Artemis, Onyx, and Talon laugh. Walking over, Mobrook helps the gnome out of the cage. The kobolds flee the room quickly, after nodding their appreciation.
What is your name?
My name is Erky Timbers. I have been held here for months, suffering beating after beating.
Artemis places a hand on the gnome, before screaming out in pain, while healing Erky.
Are you all right, Artemis?
I will be fine, but I don't think Erky is telling us the whole truth, because he doesn't trust us yet, of course.
I was doing the usual adventuring thing, wanting to get out of my village and seek my treasure in the wire world. I was traveling alone on the old road when this goblin band attacked me. I believe that I should have never left my temple, but it is my god that has kept me alive all this time. The beatings were getting worse and worse, because I did not give them the information they wanted. because I had nothing to give.
Which of the gods do you worship?
The god of nasty beer.
I can see why you would leave though.
Did you see the white dragon wormling?
There is a white dragon wormling!
The group nod, and as they leave, Urki continues with them. Mubruk is in the lead with Onyx protecting the rear of the group. Walking up to the wooden door, Mubruk pushes on it. After several minutes of Mubruk grunting and pushing, he takes a step back.
This door is stuck. I can't budge it.
Have you tried to pull the door?
The door opens as Mubruk pulls it open. Each member checks the door for a trap, but find nothing, so they enter the doorway. The hall stretches in front of them.
Finally, no traps.
Mubruk promptly falls into a pit trap. Working together, they get Mubruk back up to the hallway. Spoke too soon, didn't you? Come here and let me heal you all, before we go on. Arrows fly from the darkness, narrowly missing the party. Pulling weapons, the adventurers fight back and quickly subdue two of the goblin attackers. An arrow flies true, slamming into Artemix, who stumbles to a seated position against the wall.
Artemix.
Talon and Mubruk quickly take out the last goblin attacker, with Onyx and Urki checking on Artemix. I may need to sit here for a moment. The others nod their agreement, as the blood slowly stops seeping from the wound on his chest. Once Artemix is ready, they climb to their feet and head on down this hallway, going to a set of 3 doors. Meepa opens the door on the right.
Meepa says this goblin bathroom and food storage.
He quickly shuts the door as Talon opens the central door.
I believe they cooked and ate in this room.
Then this must be the room that they sleep in.
Mubruk shudders as he looks inside the door that he opened. Inside the room are several groups of goblins satisfying their carnal pleasures on bed cots. Mubruk releases a battle roar and jumps into action inside the room.
Is that normal?
To have that kind of rage or for the goblins to be getting it on.
He does seem to be really frustrated, doesn't he?
I do not understand. The goblins are still satisfying themselves, as the others are being slaughtered.
Maybe they cannot stop.
Maybe it has been a while for them as well.
One could say that they are definitely in the zone.
He's not even slowing down, grunting even heavier. He's plowing right in, pulling it out quicker and quicker with each thrust of that shaft.
And Mobruk is too.
Did he have to shove the spear there?
I do not believe there was another hole available.
But the force he used as he shoved it in.
Do we call him a goblin pounder now?
Back inside the room. The goblin is on his knees as a blood-covered Mubrick stands there panting, blood dripping off his weaponry.
But sir, we were healers, trying to make more healers, so that we could help the needy, heal the sick, heal the injured, do our part for the world.
Mobrick nods, sagging a bit in his own personal defeat, as he turns from the goblin.
And he is spent.
Even after spraying all over the place, there does appear to be a little life left though. Look at him jump up.
Meepa says it is all on his back now.
Oh my, all over his face. Look how it spray all over his face.
This is a recap of our weekly Dungeon and Dragons 5e campaign in audio drama format. Artemax, Richard, Mobruk, Mitch, Onyx, Stephen, Talon, Jesse. This production has been brought to you by Knights of the Braille and was made with Replica Studio. The links to the ambiences are in the show notes. Be sure to go check out the artist's fantastic work. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to get all notifications of future episodes.